Fit 22. Who should subscribe? Yeah, that's you.
Hey, it's Huck. And just like many of you, I've spent most of the day Friday thinking of just what I could do with that $640 million MegaMillions jackpot. I spent a grand total of $6 on Friday, 4 of them playing the Lotto feature, and 2 of them where I actually picked my own numbers. Now, $6 may seem like a lot. I know some folks went out and paid, maybe $1 just so that they'd have a chance. But there are some folks I hear that have spent as much as $200 or more on tickets for this jackpot. And well, that's just crazy. I mean, if I had $200 to throw away on a lottery ticket, well, I probably wouldn't need to play the lottery to begin with. I, for one, am not ashamed to say that I could use that $640 million jackpot. And $6 seems to strike about the right balance between being a fool and his money soon parted and living with the gnawing reality that every time I read in the paper that somebody hits for some multi-million-dollar jackpot, I was too stupid to throw my hat into the ring. Now, I never play the instant lotteries, and I very rarely even play the $1 million lotteries unless they get really big. Well, this promises to be the biggest lottery jackpot in MegaMillions history. I just couldn't live with myself knowing that whatever small chance there was, I just threw it all away. Kind of like how you feel when you go out on election day and vote. You know there's only a very small possibility your vote is going to mean anything, but then there's always the possibility that if you don't vote, you're going to kick yourself for 4 or 8 years because somebody like George W. Bush won by 500 votes in Florida and you never took the time to vote. I mean, come on. Let's face facts. You know you can't win. You do it for the fun and the excitement of imagining winning. It's like that faint light you find billions and billions of light years out in space, where there's a whole different world awaiting, a whole different reality. It really doesn't matter that the odds are 1 in 176 million. It wouldn't matter if the odds are 1 in a trillion. Hell, even if they picked my numbers, I'd probably die of a heart attack or get hit by a bus on my way to pick up the check anyway. What I play for is that fleeting but wonderful fantasy of imagining what I could do with all that money. For a few hours at least, I can be swept up in a whole other world I have never known. A world I will never see. A world that, for all I know, doesn't even really exist, except in my mind. And it's that momentary dream, that escape from reality, that I paid my $6 for. I realized some time ago that I'm going to live and die struggling to get by, worrying about the cost of everything I absolutely can't do without, and wondering how it is I'm going to do without some of those things. For a few hours at least, this is my chance to dream of how much better life could be. How I could pay for that Rachel Maddow book I really want to read. And get me that iPad or smartphone with that data plan I really can't afford. Maybe play a few rounds at those really nice golf courses I pass by on my way to the cow pastures I manage to afford maybe once a month when I find the time to get away. And it makes me smile for a few hours, thinking of all the things I could do for my mom, the things that I should be getting for her that I can't afford. You know, like new dentures and a lift chair, and maybe a nurse that could watch her for a few hours when I have to go away. That hope alone is worth the $6 I paid, if only because it keeps me from dwelling on the reality. But those are just my realities, and I'm not especially cursed. We all have our troubles, our own realities, our own economic hurdles and challenges. And we all have our fantasies of what we would do with that money. I hear a single winner would have his choice between an option of taking 26 annual payments of about $24 million each, or a lump sum payment in the neighborhood of $426 million. Well, screw the long drawn out 26-year plan. I mean, with my luck, I'm not going to last 26 years anyway. So I'll take the lump sum, thank you very much. That would still put me about $200 million above Mitt Romney's income. And I mean, hell, just how many car elevators does a person need? Aside from the easy decisions, like getting my mom all the care and essentials she could possibly need, and replacing my 20-inch bedroom TV with a wall-to-wall model where the wall happens to be located near a window overlooking my own private beach, I think of how much fun I could have traveling around the world, seeing all the places I've always longed to see. Hell, I could even afford health insurance even if the Supreme Court overturns the Affordable Health Care Act. I could afford to move to a region of the country that actually wins a professional sports championship title once in a blue moon. Unlike here in Northeast Ohio, where I only have the Cavaliers, Browns, and Indians to root for. And finally, I could even afford to buy some professional lighting, maybe a state-of-the-art video camera or two, to help me devote full-time energies to making YouTube videos. About the only thing that wouldn't change is that I'd still want you to watch them. Only, with all of that equipment, maybe they'd be a little more worthy of your time. Well, like I said, I can fantasize, can't I? Anyway, I'm Huck. Thanks for watching and good luck on your lottery chances. I'll see you next week.